But that wasn't what Jesus asked him. He said, do you agape me? And that's the part I was going to let Brenda help me preach on a little. That agape wasn't that kind of love that Peter answered him with, that phileo, that you're my buddy, Jesus, because you've been so good to me. You fixed me my breakfast this morning, and you've been a friend to me. I phileo you. Jesus said, do you agape me, Peter? Well, that's that kind of love that Brenda talks about, that you don't have to feel fuzzy and all that to demonstrate that love. You do it because God said to do it. A new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another the way I've loved you. Not because you feel fuzzy to do it, but because He said to do it. In other words, what am I trying to say? If I do you, Kenneth, and you, Brenda, awful here at this radio station, run you down and treat you awful, I'm wrong. But if you react to my action, you're wrong too. And your job is even if you're mad enough to slap my jaws and to treat me bad or to get even with me, your job is to go right on, and you're feeling like that, feeling bad toward me. It's your job to agape me and to love me regardless of how I've done you. Now that's the part I want us to get hold of, because I believe that if we could get hold of this, faith would work by love. If you don't have the agape, or I don't have that kind of love, I can have enough faith to move mountains, but it won't work for me because I ain't got no love to back it up. How can I have that love? Jesus didn't say to do this or that or other. He said like what Brenda said. He said, you don't have to feel fuzzy to do this commandment. You don't have to even to feel like you love them. We want that filial love. That kind of love where somebody's treated us good and we've treated them good and they treat us good and that way. And then it's easy to love like that. But Jesus is talking about a love here that goes beyond that, a love that just loves regardless of how you're treated. That's right. It ain't got nothing to do with affections or fuzzy-wuzzy feelings or frills or thrills. It just goes and loves even whenever that the vessel's feelings is saying, I'd like to knock his brains out. But love anyway. Can you see what I'm talking about? All right. That's what he asked him. He said, Peter, agape thou me more than these others. In other words, this love that ain't frilly, thrilly, fuzzy, wuzzy love. And Peter said, yeah, Lord, you know that I filio thee, that I've got deep affection and I love you like a friend. But that wasn't what Jesus asked him. Now you can say, Herb King, how do you know this? Study it in the Greek and look your words up, and in all of it, it'll tell you that. Now, you can go to verse 16. To him again, the second time. Simon, or Peter, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Agape thou me? That kind of love that don't have to be frilly and fuzzy and all that. Do you love me like this, Peter? And Peter said to him, yeah, Lord. You know that I filio thee. You're my friend. I've been good. You've been good to me. And you know I like you. And I'd do anything I could for you. Now, Peter's still got this in his mind, Brenda, about how he is going to stand behind him. And he didn't. So, Jesus is putting some pressure on him here. Amen? Our Peter is letting it be put pressure on him. And then he said, feed my sheep. Both times. In other words, wouldn't that be a throwing you for a curveball? Now you talk about agape love, Kenna. If I treated you bad like that and you come to me and you said, Herb, get up there and feed the sheep. Regardless of what you've done, feed the lambs. That'd be, Lord, you talk about coals of fire on your head. Wouldn't it be? And then in verse 17, he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? But this time, if you look it up in the Greek, he said, Phileo thou me? He didn't say agape thou me then. Jesus said, Phileo thou me, Peter? Well, Peter answered him twice already and told him, said, I phileo thee, Lord. You know that. I phileo thee. I've got that compassion and that friendship to you because we're friends. That frilly, fuzzy love. I mean, I'm not trying to mean it like that, but you know what I'm talking about. And then Jesus, the third time, he asked him, do you phileo me? Have you got that compassionate, brotherly love for me the way that you've been answering me these other two times that you had? He said, do you phileo me?